Hello, welcome to Booster Pack. Today we're ranking the MLB City Connect jerseys. Here's the jerseys, and here's the tier list, so let's get started. First we're going to start off with the Colorado Rockies. They staying true with their Rocky motif, but now they're adding a distinctive color scheme to it, so I can't have anything wrong with it. Don't have too many great takeaways, nothing too wowing. It doesn't really floor me. However, it's still a nice jersey all the same. So we're going to put this in the A tier. Next, we have our first iteration of the Los Angeles Dodgers uniform. Okay. I feel it's kind of lazy, like as if they only gave us Latin Nights, and it wasn't until much later in time that I noticed that they added some designs on their sleeves, which not even prominent, to be honest with you. So I felt like more could be done, but more has been done, as we'll later discuss. So unfortunately, I had to put this in the D tier. Next, Texas Rangers. Okay, there's nothing too distinctly wowing, even though they put a lot of effort in their details. Like if you really look closely, but however, all those details don't really make an excessively spectacular uniform. So I will have to put this in the C tier. Next, we have the Washington Nationals. I'm not sure what it is about Washington sports team, and I'm not just talking about the Nationals. This goes for the Wizards as well. But they have this whole cherry blossom theme going on for a while that they just love to run with. But I'm not hating on it. I can't even be mad. Actually, I kind of love this jersey, So with that being said, it's a nice deviation because all Washington teams go with their red, white, and blue patriotic theme. So this is a nice deviation. I like it. So A tier. The Atlanta Braves. Okay, Atlanta. It's a nice clean jersey. It is a nice clean jersey. Has the references to Hank Aaron. And it's not too busy, but it's very, very nice, and there's no complaints over here. Another one for the A tier. Tampa Bay Rays. I do love me a good Tampa Bay Ray jersey. It's rare that they actually go wrong. Actually, they haven't went wrong until the whole rebrand, but that's a whole nother discussion. So I love it when they just add their gradient and like back when their nostalgic 90s look, and they add their gritty charcoal, the grit and glow theme. I can go on and on about this jersey. S tier. Okay, San Francisco Giants. Um, it's hard to do something with a team name like the Giants. Like they did the best they could with the high above the cloud kind of motif. However, it's kind of minimalistic and it's not wowing. So I gotta put this one in the C tier. The Milwaukee Brewers. This is fun. I love the barbecue bro teeth motif. The Brew Crew. Oh yes, I want to put this on and just go to the grill and just watch any baseball game or be in front of any grill with my brew. Yes, I love it to death to this day. This goes in the S tier. Cleveland Guardians. Okay, I like how they incorporated their statues into their whole look, because they would have to get creative after the whole rebrand. So they would have to find a way to really stand out and, turn this thing around. And they've done a good job of that for the most part. I can't even complain. So, with that being said, A tier. South side, the Chicago White Sox. I am a sucker for pinstripes. And I might be a sucker for Old English text. And I might be a sucker for black and white. You know what? This whole thing is just like, I love it. It's just, oh man. One of the best things that the White Sox had going for them in a while. This goes in the S tier. Houston Astros, Space City. You know what? One thing I love about Houston teams, again, not just the Astros, but the Rockets as well, they lean into their space theme really hard, and when it works, boy, does it work. And this is one of those times that it works. It is so fun. I love the gradient. I love the navy. I love the orange. The color scheme is everything. I can't believe I just said that. But it's hard not to love. Easy S tier. Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, this is pretty solid. It's a revamped version of their standard jerseys. And, with the skylight added to it. Not skylight, skyline. With the skyline added to it. And I can't really complain about this, and I hope that this one becomes more prominent in their rotation in future years. So this goes into the A tier. Arizona Diamondbacks. Pretty cool. Pretty cool with their Spanish word mark and their like kind of tan gold like color. It looks deserty. Like I'm in the middle of the Arizona desert and I'm just waiting on a rattlesnake or a diamondback ready to bite you and something. It looks cool. This looks cool. No complaints here. So, A tier. Okay, Miami Marlins. Oh man, I am a sucker for pinstripes. I will tell you what, like I said earlier. And it's really simple. Real simple, real clean. There's nothing I can complain about. Short, sweet, and to the point. If that applies to jerseys. S tier. Baltimore Orioles. It's plain, but most of their details are under the jersey itself. But you wouldn't know that at your first glance. It's even hard to see a bit now. So, I mean, it's not a bad jersey by far, but I gotta put this in the B tier. San Diego Padres. It's a bit. I get them stepping away from their, more muted look, but this is pretty vibrant. It's almost a bit drastic, honestly. But, you know, you can't be a boring muted team in a place like San Diego. You gotta brighten things up, and I get why they did that. So, another one for the B tier. St. Louis Cardinals. Look, I'm the whole pinstripe thing might get me in trouble, but it's not bad. It's not too different from their actual standard jerseys, all except for the pinstripes and the word mark. So I would just love to see this in later renditions. I would love to see more of this, even well after the City Connect thing just goes away. So with that being said, A tier. Kansas City Royals. Oh man, I was not high on this one when it came out, and I am still not. It's kind of plain, kind of drab. And if it's we're going with a plain jersey, I would rather them go with their standard jerseys, their original jerseys. So D tier. Philly, the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay, okay. Let's talk about it. Um, yeah, drastic to say the least, but most I could say that about pretty much all of these jerseys. So I'm not gonna hold it against them. But with that being said, it's not like it wows me. But y'all do take risk, and I appreciate it. And in the right light, maybe it'll look good on the field. It looks good on the field. I can't lie. So how about here, B tier, the Chicago Cubs. Oh man, Wrigleyville. You are hard to look at, my friend. Oh man, y'all took no risk. Y'all just put Wrigleyville on the front and called it a day. And if y'all wasn't gonna take any risks, if y'all was gonna go with a safe option, if I'm gonna go with a safe option, I would rather just pick up one of their standard jerseys, one of the originals. Welcome to the D tier. Los Angeles Angels. Oh man, I love the whole surf and turf team. It looks fun, the whole surfer vibe to it. One thing I will say about California teams, they will bring the fun. They will bring the fun to their jerseys. Or at least try to. At least try to. I can't say that about San Francisco. But it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I love to see. Well, I like seeing it in the City Connect context. So I can't even hate on it. I'm not gonna hate on it. So S tier. Yeah, S tier. Yeah, want to see more of this. Seattle Mariners. Arr. Wait, that's the wrong team. But Seattle Mariners, y'all have a good, clean jersey. You know, it's a nice one. I no complaints over here. It's a standard blue and yellow. Y'all can go nautical. Y'all have the whole trident things, and when it looks good on the field, it looks great on the field. It looks good on fans. Looks good on everybody. So, Seattle, welcome to the A tier. Boston Red Sox. Um, it looks a little UCLA-ish to me. Not to, that it's bad, but after exploring the context of the whole Boston Marathon thing, and that's where they got their look from, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's still off-putting considering it's Boston, and I expect more from the Red Sox, you know. But I'm not gonna hold that one against them. I'm not gonna hold it against them. Welcome to the A tier. The New York Mets, 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 Mets. Oh my God, this is a drastic turn. Like, it's a good jersey by itself. It's a good uniform by itself, but it feels off for the Mets. Feels like too far of a deviation, and it just feels a bit off-putting. Like, I don't want to hold it against them, but I can't help it. C tier. I'm sorry. Cincinnati Reds. Oh man, I am not high on this one. I am not high on this one. It's going to be hard for me to take the word Cincy, you know, seriously. And if I'm just going to get a red and black jersey, a red and black variant, I'd rather go with one of the past iterations. or just any other Reds jersey. I'm not high on this as everyone else is. I'm sorry, fan base. I'm sorry, Cincinnati Red. I'm sorry, Ellie De La Cruz. But I gotta put this in the C tier. Detroit Tigers. Okay. One thing one thing Detroit teams always lean on is the Motor City theme, and this goes for all sports team almost. But there has to be more to the city of Detroit than just the Motor City. Their whole motor industry history. There's more to it. There has to be. I'm just tired of sports teams leaning on this, and I feel like it's a bit of a cop out. I just want to see them. I want to see Detroit explore more of their, you know, culture, heritage, history. I mean, the Pistons are already well on their way with that. However, I would love to see more of the professional sports teams, especially like the major four, try to follow suit, try to explore, try to, you know, do something other than Motor City. But I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not hating on it. With that being said, B tier. Minnesota Twins. Hmm. It's okay. There's nothing wowing about it. About it. About it. There's nothing wowing about it. You know, they try to lean on their land of 10,000 lakes, their theme. And you know, when you see the ripples, like the devil's in the details, so when you see it up close and on the field and in person, it's nice. It's okay. It's okay. It's not just good, it's good enough. So, with that being said, welcome to the B tier. Now I can say it. ARG. Pittsburgh Pirates. Look, it fits in just as well as any other their standard jerseys. Any other black and gold variant fits right in. And when you see it up close, when you see it in person, all the little details, the little patterns in the jersey really pop out. It it's simple, it's clean, and it's solid. Can't help it. Can't help it. So with that being said, S tier. S tier. And last but not least, the other LA Dodgers uniform. Alright. So I don't know how they did it. They had their whole little funfetti pattern all over the place. And this also kind of looks like a space themed jersey. Like I would have expected this from the Astros, but not from the Dodgers. But all that being said, can't say that it's a bad jersey. It's just, it's solid. It's solid. Would I be mad at you for copping this? No. Would I cop it? Probably not. Especially when I gotta compare it to an original and one of the other, you know, home jerseys. But I wouldn't, bag on you too badly or at all because it's your stuff. But I wouldn't bag on you at all if you ever copped this and showed up with it. So a little bit too NASA-esque for my taste. However, it's not a bad look. I cannot say it's a bad look. So with that being said, I might have to send this one to the B tier. And whoop, there it is. That's the jerseys. Here's the tier list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and watch it again. And if you disagree, feel free to argue with me in the comment section. Alright, see you later, spectators.